Well, this has been a while since we started one in the truck, and nice to actually finally get out in the truck. And while we was away in Lithuania, I actually put the truck in to somebody, because we just don't get the time. I actually used Josh, who done the gearbox for us. I said, you wouldn't mind doing a cam belt service on my truck for me while I'm gone, would you? And he said no. So we got a nice fresh cam belt. I think for the next MOT we're going to need a couple of tyres, and then the truck's good to go for another year. So you can probably see in the thumbnail, I've only ever had one of these long time ago. When they come out, people went crazy for them. I think now you don't really see that many on the roads. That's a Peugeot RCZ or RCZ, I'm sure it is. And it's got an undiagnosed noise from the engine bay. The chap's not using it anymore, and I don't think he's actually driving. His nephew reached out to us and said, would we be interested? Me and Chris had a bit of a chat, looked at the pictures, and it seems very reasonably priced. And as usual, we're taking a bit of a chance on it. If you don't take the chance, you're never going to know. And we're not the sort of people to turn up, start kicking the tyres and beating people down on the price. So basically, there's got to be a bit of honour there and honesty. So they've explained to me how the car is, and as long as it is in the condition they said, oh, we'll always stand on and buy that. So let's not even start waffling on about it. We've got a bit of a trek to do. Let's go and get some diesel, head there and get it picked up. We are outside today, guys, so there will be a little bit of noise and some birds chirping. It's lovely. Straight away there, we got an issue on this one. Not had one for a while with an issue. You can see it's come up in amber there, mileage, which is such a shame. The mileage of this vehicle may be tampered. So it is, you can't, I mean, that's why we do these checks, and it is a must-do check when you're ever buying a vehicle or you want to check your own vehicle. But it has come up there in amber mileage. It's not always there is an issue. It can be typos. It can be an input by a service department. You can research into that more, and we'll have a quick look at what the issue is there. So it's not been stolen, not been any accidents, not on finance. 1st of the 1st 2010. Let's go straight to the MOT. The mileage graph there, and have a look what differences we've got, because it has picked one up. Oh, there's actually two there. So on the 9th 2013, it had an input of 14,749 miles. That would have been its first MOT. And then we got another input there on the 10th month of 2013, which is a month after, of 9,447 miles. We've then got an input on the 9th 2014, which again is going to be its second MOT, of 22,000 miles. And then 15, 30,000, 16, 37, and then 16 back down again to 23,000, that input. And it does say there, odometer may be altered, problem found. The rest of it seems to be about where it's at the moment, what he's told me on the phone. So yes, definitely need to look into that. This check was performed in all of these countries, and down at the bottom of this check there is 9 helpful tips and tricks when purchasing your vehicle of things to check over and check out. So even if you haven't bought a car on your own before, there is 9 of the most important things here to check, little tips and tricks. I want to thank Car Vertical once again for the continued support on the channel. Guys, if you're going to buy a car, use our link in the description and get 10% off your check. Even if you want to check your own car or your friend's car, you can use that link and still get that 10% off multiple times. We're still going to go ahead and actually buy this one, just purely down to how cheap it is. So let's head there and get it. We're all loaded up. What a beautiful part of Kent. Again, I'm in very tight lane though, and I've just had to load it up, but got the car on the back. Probably one of the best looking cars Peugeot ever made. That really nice car. Really nice. I mean, I bet that back window would cost a fortune, but let's get back to the yard, show Chris and see what he thinks of it. But I'm really happy with it for the price, and I'm sure we can do something with it. Right, back to base. Back at the yard now, guys, and instead of calling Chris out and getting him to, well, us both having a walk around it and then sending him or me back in there to get the jump pack, I just said bring it out, because the battery on it is completely, that hasn't even got any ignition light. So as soon as he gets out here with that jump pack, we'll crack on with it. But nice car, really, really nice car. Bought out the jump pack to run it up. Yeah, start round here, Chris, because otherwise I'll be reading 1,000 comments, people telling me off because they can't hear you. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, nice looking car.
I think I went a little bit too far forward, because I've popped the bumper out there.
It's a spare wheel carrier.
It is a nice car. Yeah, I do, yeah. You did promise to do that. It was only about 3 years ago.
I think about 50 comments so far, aren't there?
You are getting round to it though, aren't you?
Yeah,
it's in the list, on the list of things to do.
Yeah.
So Peugeot RCZ, 1.6 turbo, exactly the same engine as a Mini Cooper S. Peugeot 208 GTI. Quite a trick little thing, honestly.
Yeah, quite a rare car.
Yeah, you just don't see many of them anymore. He was telling me about the wheels. One of them was cracked or broken. Sorry, again, it's getting a bit awkward with the other projects in the yard not to show them, isn't it? But he actually went down the road of main dealer. Just had a brand new front wheel and tyre, yeah.
That was spiteful.
Yeah. Look, you can see it's all brand new.
Yeah, what are they, 19s?
Yeah. So he did say he took it to a garage, and basically they just said to him, yeah, needs a new engine, mate. And that's all they said.
There's a lot of garages, 10, 12-year-old car.
Not interested.
Not interested, are they? I mean, it might need an engine, but we don't know yet.
I did have to sit around and wait for about 20 minutes for the chap's nephew. Right. I didn't want to buy it without him. He's the one that reached out to us. Yeah. So what I actually did was a load of research into that mileage discrepancy. Right. And all of the MOT history all tallies up, so it is purely down to an input somewhere. So we'll elaborate on that a little bit. Adverts, service records, that's right. If the mileage was put down wrong at an MOT, even though it was rectified pretty much immediately, that would still show on Car Vertical as an issue. So we've got the jump pack, I guess. I'll pop the bonnet, put the jump pack on, and then
wang it over.
You can pull the trigger.
Well done, mate.
Let's have a listen. Look for the money after we've run it. Yeah, give that a try. Make sure it ain't in gear. Try that. We had to get a little bit extra out there. The extra jump pack. Give that a try, mate. Hear it.
Noisy on start,
Aye?
A bit noisy on start, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you just give it a sec till the choke goes out and then give it a rev.
Full tank of petrol.
Has it? Not anymore, it ain't.
Well,
I ain't got a petrol though, have you?
Yeah, ride on lower.
That's a diesel, isn't it?
No, a little ride.
Oh, your little one. Can you hear it starting to rattle? Go on, give it a rev. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Should we get it unloaded?
I mean, when you first started, it was quite noisy, wasn't it? But
yeah. Got no oil light on.
no oil light went straight out.
Should we unload it?
Yeah, I think we've got to, haven't we?
I'll let you zoom up and down, see if you can go through the hedge today. Yeah, let's get it unloaded. guys, Chris actually got it up to temperature. Where is the temp, mate? We see that through the camera, halfway. You're right, nearly a full tank. Yeah. Oh, it's cut out there because the battery's toast. But if we can just fire that up again. Go on.
There's a little man with a hammer in here.
Guys, do you know what? If we ever needed a microphone, that was the time. Chris said he knows exactly what that is. There's a little man in there with an hammer. Right, try it again, Chris. And what I'll do is get you to hold the revs up. He's warmed it up. Go on, mate. A little bit more. Yeah, definitely coming from down the bottom. Definitely a big end knock, mate.
Yeah. Not horrendous.
Not horrendous, and very probably repairable. Yeah. So, do you want to? Is it going to stay running? Do you want to? It's funny, eh? You've just done 2 or 3 laps.
I was keeping the revs up.
Right.
I think the battery is complete.
And guys, you would have seen out with the old, in with the new. We have sold that BMW to a breaker, and he wants me to drop it off, so I'm going to do that this afternoon. We need it out of the way. It's been sat here, what, well over a week since we sold it. So let's get this one in the yard anyway and decide what we're going to do. But proper cool little car. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Chris is getting attached to this, or is it the full tank of petrol you're getting attached to?
I was just looking to see if there was any pound coins anywhere, just in case. But you know,
mate,
looks like you've already beat me to it.
I haven't even looked in it. What's the plan? What do you reckon?
Well, I think really what you ought to do is just quick pop to Kent Auto Salvage.
Yeah.
We need a couple of other bits
for what you're doing.
Something else.
Yeah.
But just have a scout round, see
if he's got an engine for it.
In the engine shed, see if he's got anything, and have a look if he's got anything in a Mini. I doubt he's got one of these.
No.
But he may have a Mini. He may have. What else is it fitted to?
208 GTI, 308 GTI.
Might have one. Might they go and have a look?
Yes, pop round there and have a look.
And have a look and see if he's got anything else interesting.
Yeah. Got nothing to lose, have we?
No.
Let's do it. After dropping the BMW off, I've come round to Mark's, and just like Chris said. And he said, Rob, I can't actually remember whether I sold it or not, but I definitely had one of them engines. All you're going to have to do is look. We're in a pitch black shed, but I'm going to have a quick look through here. There's a lot of old, are we allowed to say it? Rubbish in here. Old three-cylinder Peugeot, 4-cylinder Peugeot there. But he thinks he might have one, and if he has, I think we get it the right money and all. That looks it. What's that there? Nah, it's not the same, is it? Let's start the recording again and see if my torch comes on. Now we're talking. Mini. That's been there a while. Look at the dust on it. That looks like I'm not even going to guess. What is that? No idea. That's brand new, whatever that is. Brand new. I wish that was it. It's not though, is it? That might be the one he's thinking of. That's a 307 engine, isn't it? Let's have a little wander down the yard, see if he has got another car with that engine in it, because it is in a lot of different cars. Look at the size of that recycle plant. Actually, last time I was here, I put a video out. Someone said, oh, it was the other side of that fence in the recycle plant. Look at the size of it. Right, let's have a look round. We've got Peugeots a little bit down here, and then we've got Minis over there. Such a shame, because it really is a lovely, lovely car, a nice looking car, and it's got everything on it you'd need. I've just literally, we just sat outside and ate our lunch. You can see our little lunch bags there, what Claire does us, and we just sat there and ate it. And I said to Chris, right, what should we do next? Should we do this? Should we do that? Should we start taking it apart? Mate, what did you say?
Well, I think we've got to do some, when we get time, I think we need to do a bit further investigation, but I don't know whether we can pull the bottom in the sump off with it still in the car.
You probably can, yeah.
Maybe go down the road of having crank reground and reshelled. Phoenix Engineering.
Yeah,
Done the,
yeah, I'm sure they'd do it for us.
Maybe. I don't know really. It seems too nice to
Scrap, yeah.
far too nice to scrap, and doesn't sound
Too bad at all.
No, it might be very savable. I mean, if these engines were easier to come by, we'd be getting an engine for it, wouldn't we?
I don't actually know if I've said in this video. That's actually the 1600 turbo that's in the 208 GTI. I've already said that. And in the R56 Mini Cooper S. So this is the same engine that I took apart. We've done the burnt valve on it and put it all back together.
Very hard to come by, aren't they?
They are very hard to come by. I have had a flick through. I've spoke to Tyler down at Charing and he said he's never had a good one come through. So I think it is going to be a case of probably a rebuild on it.
Yeah.
But we've got the car now. It was very, very reasonably priced, this, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And nice to know that that mileage discrepancy is all okay. So what we'll actually do, you'll probably see this sitting around in the background, do a bit more research, and I think we're going to fix this one, aren't we?
Oh, got to.
Because
Yeah.
I know it's only a 60, but you looked at the logbooks, had 2 owners. It's got piles and piles of paperwork and history with it. So
Everything works.
everything does work on it.
lights on, is there?
No,
So,
definitely one to go again with. Just, it is such a shame, isn't it? But then we always do say, don't we, if it didn't have that problem, we wouldn't have it, would
No,
we?
no,
Because
certainly.
the owner would still be driving around in it. So bit of a short and sweet one today, but I'm afraid that is going to be the end of it. Don't forget, please like, subscribe and share. And Chris, that's a wrap, right?
I think that's a wrap.
That is a wrap. Sorry it's so short, guys, but we're not going to sit here and start polishing the headlights and washing it.
Well, we
And
haven't got time to go any further with it.
No, we
today,
haven't.
have we? We've got 101 things on.
Chris is currently halfway through a project while I've been doing this. I'm not going to say what the project is, but let's just say the jig is now free.
The jig is now free.
The jig is now free, so I'm sure you'll all know what that means.